It's time again for another Steven Universe review. We're going to be looking at Dewey Wins. This is Nick's Nerd Network, and I'm Nick. So we pick back up. Steven has made it home to Earth. He's reunited with the Gems, his dad, and Connie. And for the most part, everyone's really excited. They're overwhelmed that he's back. They're happy he's safe. They're crying. But Connie quickly parts from the rest of the group and starts walking off on her own. Steven goes to check to see how she's doing. And she explains to Steven that she's upset because he doesn't understand how much this hurt her. He just decided to leave, made a choice on his own that affected all of them. And she's also upset that she's been working so hard to form Stevani with him and be a viable part of the Crystal Gems, and he just scrapped that all and decided to go. Now, Steven doesn't understand what this is like. I mean, in early episodes, he was kind of feeling left out, but he started to work hard, and then the Gems immediately started to include him on missions, and he became a big part of the team. Connie's been doing the same. She's been working hard, sword training, practicing fusion training, and she really believed and thought she was a full-on member of the Crystal Gems, and Steven just gave up. He didn't even try to fuse. He didn't try to use their training. He decided that this was about him. He needed to take responsibility, and he cast all of that aside. Connie quickly realizes Steven doesn't get it, and she's upset, and so she storms off on Lion, and that's the end of the night. Next day, Steven goes to see Sadie over at the Big Donut. She is getting informed by Steven of Lars is okay. He's left behind on Homeworld. I don't think that Steven told her that he technically died and was brought back to life, but I mean, that's a lot to talk about. Sadie quickly decides that they need to go tell Lars's parents. They need to know what's going on, that Lars is okay. They've been really upset and distraught. So on the way, Steven gets sidetracked by a protest/campaign meeting that's going on the boardwalk. Nana Kwan, the mother of the pizza shop, she is campaigning against Mayor Dewey to run for mayor of Beach City. She actually has a good platform to stand on because her and the townspeople are upset that all these things have been happening. Their town was invaded, kids were kidnapped, and it doesn't appear that Mayor Dewey has been doing anything about it. And a lot of those responsibilities have been left to Steven and the Crystal Gems. Now, Steven is left behind by Sadie. Sadie goes on to Lars's house. I don't know for sure that Steven doesn't meet up with her later, but it seems like he doesn't and immediately throws himself into contacting and helping Mayor Dewey. And if this is the case, that really upsets me because Lars essentially gave Steven the opportunity to go home, sacrificed himself to stay on Homeworld for Steven, and died for Steven. So if Steven didn't go and talk to Lars's parents and explain things and put things into context for them, then I'm pretty upset with Steven right now. But I don't know for sure that that's the case. It just appears that way. So Steven is helping Mayor Dewey. He's explaining to Mayor Dewey, like, oh no, the problems that are happening in Beach City, like, the citizens need to know that's not your fault, it's my fault. Steven's making it about himself again. He's saying, no, it's my fault. I should have told you what was going on. I should have did this. I should have did that. But that doesn't excuse the mayor from his responsibilities of being informed and keeping the townspeople in the loop of what's going on with town affairs. Steven suggests that they have a meeting on the boardwalk to explain things to the Beach City citizens. It gets really bad from there. Mayor Dewey is having trouble empathizing with why the citizens are upset with him. They start talking about the kids who are missing, how they're all back. He didn't realize that Lars was still in space. And then he says, oh, well, Donut Boy, that's who's missing, right? Well, we'll find a new Donut Boy. We'll replace him. He thinks that people are upset because the the worker at the local donut shop isn't there anymore. They're not. They're upset because someone's missing. A person that they know and love is missing. So they start throwing fruit at him. Steven and Mayor Dewey meet again. They prepare for a big debate, talking about all the things that they need to go over. Steven stays up all night helping Mayor Dewey get ready for this. He believes in Mayor Dewey. He wants Mayor Dewey to win. Then we come to the debate between Mayor Dewey and Nana Kwan. And Mayor Dewey goes first. He starts talking about how you don't understand what it's like to be mayor. You don't understand that I'm the one that has to take the blame. I'm the one that has to hear all of your complaints and deal with it and make things better. So I don't think that Nana Kwan is ready to do that. And it starts to resonate a little bit with the Beach City citizens. He finishes it off with Vote for me, things will stay the same. I'll worry about everything. You guys don't have to worry about it, which is basically saying, like, I'm still not going to keep you informed and keep you in the know, but I'll take care of it. Just rely on me. Trust in the same old thing. Let's not make any changes. Nana Kwan recognizes that this is a fairly good speech. I mean, the ending wasn't great, but she plays off of it. She says, "You're right. Like, we shouldn't be blaming you. We've blamed you for too much. We can't just be a town that points our fingers at everyone. We need to take responsibility as a town." I loved her analogy of the fingers, not pointing a finger, but extending our hands to everyone. But she says, we need to take responsibility as a town for the welfare of our town. We need to all work together. We need to all be informed. And we just need to be a better community. And that really resonates with everyone. They start cheering. Mayor Dewey realizes that he's pretty much lost. He gives up and he walks off stage, resigns from the election. And Steven's upset. He's saying, I can't believe you just quit on me. I believed in us. We worked so hard. And he quickly realizes that that's exactly how Connie felt, which Connie must have felt way worse. Steven spent about 24 hours helping someone and came to this conclusion. Connie's been working hard for months and months and months, possibly even years. I'm not sure of the timeline of Steven Universe, but she's been working so hard for so long and working so hard with Steven that he just gave up on her. So he understands now how she feels. Mayor Dewey still isn't changed. He gives up, walks away, and that leaves Steven to reflect on this. He texts Connie, and that's the end of the episode. So it may not seem that way because it does kind of feel like a filler episode, and I know that's the F word for the Steven Universe fans, filler. I think that it was important, especially if you watch it a second time, to see what Steven's going through in this moment. He's putting the responsibilities of the town, the crystal gems, everything on his own shoulders, and he's been doing that for a long time. If we look back at Mindful Education a few episodes ago, we see that there are people who made choices, or gems who made choices, like Jasper. She made the choice to fuse, attack them, not to listen. She was corrupted. Ruby made the choice of not listening, or eyeball the Ruby. She made the choice of not listening to Steven, attacking him, and he had to jettison her out into space. Bismuth made the choice to not listen to Steven, attack him, and go against the crystal gems. But he blames himself. He holds himself responsible for the conditions that they're in. Bismuth's trapped in a bubble right now. He doesn't know where Eyeball Ruby is. And Jasper's corrupted. And we've seen how overwhelmed he was and unable to communicate that and share that with Connie. They hint that they started communicating that at the end of the episode, but it doesn't really seem like Steven's learned. He's still putting everything on his own shoulders. But the thing is he's not the mayor of Beach City. He can't be doing that to himself. I also am excited actually to see what Mayor Kwan's going to be like, because she is very quirky. We don't know a lot about her. She's just kind of like the cookie grandma that takes care of the family that owns the pizza shop. And I think, though, that based on her speech, that she has a lot of good ideas. And I'd love to see how Beach City comes together and becomes better because of her. Maybe they're going to start doing, like, night patrols or communicating more with the crystal gems. I think that some diplomacy there would be great, because they kind of just say, all right, well, gems, you hang out on your mountain and we will just do our own thing and hope that everything's hunky-dory. But like, a lot of things happen that affect the city. Overall, I say this is a pretty like middle of the line episode. Wasn't one of my favorites, but I didn't hate it. It did get more character development for Steven, and it really is a good kickoff to this story arc in terms of Steven and Connie's dilemma. So we'll see if Steven hears back from Connie soon. That's all I had to say about this episode. This is Nick signing off. If you like this episode of Nick's Nerd Network, please like and subscribe. If you have different opinions or would like to share some of your ideas, please share these in the comment section below. Please keep it constructive and friendly. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.